Upside down. Hey guys, hey, good afternoon. Yes, Lady Hippy is still at the bar, although I tell you what, I'm not sure how. Fell out of bed 2 days ago, so I've got like swollen black and blue. I look like I had a bout with a train lost, but you go on. Had to run in to get some x-rays done for my doctor. No, it was not about this because I didn't tell her. She blocked me for a month there, meaning I could go at any time during that month, and she had ordered it. So she's a great doc. And I'll tell you the truth, I have no idea what the hell is going on around the world. I just, there's, let me put it this way, the volcanoes going off, there are earthquakes coming out, there are fires everywhere. Let's see, what else did we miss? Oh, yes, there are typhoons, there are hurricanes, and there's a couple of tidal waves they didn't tell us about. I have to, you don't even have to look. That should be there. It's too ridiculous to look for anymore. Um, at this point, anyway. So I have the nicest compliment. I didn't realize also how much jewelry I wear. I wear a lot of jewelry. Even Robert, I've taken it off in the waiting room, and Robert's helping me, of course. And we thought we had it all, and he turned and looked at me. Said, earrings. So that was cute. So he took me to get me something to eat because it was getting late, and most of my medicine is with food. So he stopped at a nice little place that we know of on the way home, and it was so sweet. The young girl behind the counter asked my husband, "Have you given her a compliment today?" And then she looked over at me, and I said, "Well, a little bit, just to bail him out." Because he didn't, you know what I mean. This many years of marriage, you ready? She really brightened my day. She really did. At that point, I did not have my jewelry back on. I felt naked. I do. If I take off all my jewelry, and that's very seldom, especially my wedding ring. I don't mind taking off the other rings. I don't like taking off my wedding ring. And I had four others that he bought me because I outgrew my wedding ring after 34 years. I think we've had four. So it's a beautiful marquee cut, and I'm upset because I can't wear it right now. I weigh too much, and he had to spray me down. I have that. I call it numb in a can. I don't. It's icy hot, is what it is. And so he's in there spraying me down because it's from head to toe. That I mean, it's not just bruising; it's swollen. And so I'm having a hard time walking even. It aggravated the old injury that no one has, I didn't know this, but in 30 years, nobody took a x-ray of that particular spot. And she knew the minute she touched me. Because, honey, I left my hair. I moved so fast. She didn't even hardly touch it, just a feather touch. But she didn't tell me she was going to do it. Had she told me, I wouldn't have jumped out of my hair, but I landed like 5 feet away. She's a good girl. She's young. And I say that a lot because I'm almost 65, but this is a young girl. So, and I like her. I like her. And she just had a baby girl because I first met her as a doctor during the pandemic. And I was worried about her. Beautiful lady. She's very sweet. Great little doctor. I mean, she's like this. She had not actually she found it first off one side by the stethoscope because I was like, it hurts. So you don't know where they're going. So you kind of tense up because you know it's going to hurt, even a stethoscope. And the last time she didn't like that, and she increased my gabapentin for pain. This time she didn't tell me she was going to set it like right on the spine or right next to that area where it radiates paint dust from there. And so, yeah, I jumped so fast I left my hair. She was already back at her desk typing. Love the girl, love the girl. And made sure that medication I was to pick it up before I left. And that was last week. I meant to go, and then we had all the weather. And as you can see, yeah, I'm talking to you from a fishbowl in Georgia because I can't breathe for shit. You pluck up a Chicago girl and stick her in a place like this. It's yellow. It runs rivers of yellow. You go outside, you have to clear your windscreen because it's yellow. I mean, it's not just a tint. It's like a slab paint on it. But it went like a breeze. So it took us about 30, 40 minutes. I should show you, but I'll try to take a picture and put it on Facebook. Don't you get over here because mommy's over here. Get. She comes over because I'm here. It was a kitty fail. There's a wooden like captain's chair for the bartender. I put the cushions in from the dining room tables. They're nice and they're thick, and we're not using them, so I put them on the bar stools and on my husband's side on the captain's chair. It's what I call it, the captain's chair. And just pushing back, Pixie jumped and tried to catch that pillow, and she caught it all the way down. I'm sorry. It's like a car wreck. You can't look away. It's, if I had 2 seconds, I'd hang around. Funny Cat, that's volume 3 or something, or Fast Falls, I don't know, something. That was bloody funny. I'm just saying. Yeah, I got a little bit of my cigarette. So we ran in, and Robert took me because he knows I hate to drive downtown. It's on 15th Street here, and I call it Hospital Row. And they are still doing shit there on the streets. I mean, there's been a construction crew there since we got here 11 years ago. What they're doing, I don't know, man. But again, I hate going in there because it's like I can walk from there across the street to the VA, and I like it on 15th because they valet, and I will drive there. I know how and everything. I just hate it. And Robert takes pity on me and he drives me and waits for me. And in this particular case, I didn't know what they would do because I've been very badly injured on my back. And the thing for x-rays was that particular set across the middle of my back. And the injuries, would you like, I mean, seriously, the injuries go all the way up one side, but they skip that particular area. I said I wasn't going to say nothing, but I'm afraid she's going to, because that little girl she's very sweet. And she says, you have to report this to your doctor. You're very hurt. And like, I had seen it with a mirror. I had asked Robert. He said, yeah, his swelling and so forth. But this little lady, she's very sweet, very worried. And she said, really, no, you need to, when you leave here, you go and tell her. I said, honey, that don't work that way. It's not like up here at the hospital. You can't just barge in. If you're there and all, they won't speak to you because they can't. They haven't the time. They're given 30 minutes to get a patient in, diagnose them, whatever they got to do, and get them out. And they're doing all the stuff that I used to do for them, all the data entry, at the same time. So, it's not that easy for the doctors anymore. And like I said, I adore my doctor. She probably hasn't slept since 2011. Beautiful girl, a beautiful girl. I believe she's from India, but because of her name, she doesn't speak English that beautiful. It's a very beautiful way they speak English. It's like a song almost. It's really lovely. And I love the brogue in Britain as well. She made it back. I'm going to have to make this a show about cats one of these days. Yes, I know I'm fidgeting. I do that every time I come up here. These little necklaces seem to move on me. Let me see here. Because I seem to go further south. Which usually isn't a bad thing. Anyway, yeah, the young lady gave me a very sweet compliment. I couldn't believe it. And I do that all the time because I think it's nice to do. And I mean it. I like the way your hair looks, like your nails, or whatever it is. I know I love it when some stranger says that to me. So of course I've been doing it for years, all my life. Hey, I love that makeup. Anything. So it was very sweet of her though. I'm going to be 65 soon, honey. And then neon light is just freaking criminal. Sorry, turn that shit off. I'm hearing this loud in my earphones, so I can't quite tell if that's too loud for you guys. So I'm going to come down a little bit because I just wanted something in the background. So once again, I didn't see exactly what was going on. She's back. Get down. Go on. Get down. Go on. All the way. Pixie dust. Don't you go there with that equipment. Don't you? Yeah. There is a cubby hole underneath where if you're making drinks, you can cut up your lemons and so forth and things. So there's a big section of the other side of the bar it's like the sink or not really. I mean, it's really lovely. It's marble, but it's a space kind of thing. And then next to it is another like shelf thing. And I mean, I said, I love this bar, as you can tell. I'm sure my husband is rather tired of me doing this. It's for entertainment purposes only. And yes, don't you know I am good? I dare you. Come on. They'll be here all week. Yeah, I'm in a good mood. I can't really tell you why. I don't know. I guess because I took my medication, which she doubled. Because before, when I went up there, I wasn't sure what they were going to do, really. And I had taken it this morning, but it's finally working for the afternoon now. I still fall out about 4 o'clock. I'm like, can't walk, gotta go. I try. I mean, even the cats know. At 3 in the afternoon and in the mornings, whenever the hell they can wake me up, they're very good at that. They take turns. Robert and I both got. We're pretty much locked them all out, right? And pray for the living room. So, most of us behind glass. And so we all throw them out and shut the door. You can't sleep. Because, well, Pixie, for one, she was throwing shit off fast as she can get across her dresser. Now, mind you, I use Elizabeth's perfume, Elizabeth Taylor's brand. I like Liz's brand. So that's not cheap. And I have a lot of others that I bought from France. Uh, so I have lilac and rose. And that's, of course, not cheap because it's from France. And Robert bought them for me, of course, and lavender. Uh, it's favorite scents of mine. And there's Lady Stetson, there's Charlie. You have a lot of perfumes. I should have paid more. So, live chat's on. I see we're popping up here today. I don't know who we got coming in, but well, whoever it is, love you to pieces. I love all of you. I'm so excited. I did go down again for a few days, and now I'm using a small screen. I'm not sure why, but I don't care because I can get to you. Uh, y'all know if you've seen me before that I go with the Woodstock thing. It's a social media, and we can still do it. For how long? When they militarize your police, where are you going to move? Yeah, that's what I got. Nowhere. You could try Seattle. They were killing folk a lot, destroying all the. Yeah, you could try that. Not for his nightmares. You couldn't pay me. So Seattle, they've lost Seattle. Once they started burning down police offices, what are you doing with that? Ain't much you could do with it. So again, we got back, and I'm in a rush, kind of. Yeah, I got to feed all the outdoor kids because they expect that the outdoor cats have to be on a schedule. Not me. I didn't set the schedule; they did. But it was again. Here was all my jewelry up, and I don't know about anybody else, but It's like having all my makeup off as well as my jewelry. I don't know why, but I never used to have any jewelry. I didn't buy any jewelry. I have my army ring and with this, and uh, this is all during first marriage. So make this a long story longer. Yeah, I had the divorce, and we won't go there. But Robert has always kept buying me something at least once a year, either my anniversary or my birthday, and so I love that. And for him, I try to get him a weapon or a toolbox, kind of thing, 34 years. And he knows I expect it. So I have huge jewelry drawers that I love them. They're cedar wood or cherry wood. And I have three like that. And then I have boxes that you fold out and I call that the faux pas jewelry. So all those are in their cases. They're stacked in those big gray boxes. And I need some more. It's terrible. I even have two small ones on my dresser, besides the three standing ones and the three boxes of boxes. I call it that. But I don't see any point in him giving them to me if I don't wear them. And he says, "Well, I'm worried you're making yourself a target." I said, "No, if that happens, somebody gonna have a target, all right. But I'm gonna be the one practicing hitting it." Give a shit. I'll shoot you right where you stand. You got Kevlar and a hat on, I'll shoot you between the eyes. I don't care. I am not. I'm not for one a southerner. These women down here. I don't mean to get hate mail, please. I mean that you're very different than. Well, I didn't have much of a childhood, but from Chicagoans to Georgians is this gulf. It's very wide. So, and I don't understand it. I really don't. There's one particular city that they had me go to that the mother and them supposedly lived, and I did meet a few of them, and that's actually a book I should write. So, yeah, I've always got the sinus thing going, and I seem to have a lot of trouble with women in the family. They don't like me, and I don't like them. Actually, the motto for me, and even my niece will tell the same thing. If I see you and we have a problem, and I just haven't seen you, run, because I'm going to be looking for a weapon, because I'm going to put you down first. It's just Chicago way, man. You fight dirty, then you walk away alive. And I'll be nice. I ain't going to shoot him first. Some of them done me wrong. Done me way wrong, but we won't go there either. Let's see what else. Oh, I did see a little bit of what's going on in Jerusalem. Oh, and it's so hard for them because they're trying to save civilians at the same time as kill these murderers who are holding these civilians hostage, literally holding them hostage. You go out, you get the food, you come back, because they're going to eat shot. They go. The idea, I think that's stupid. They screwed up bad on October 7th. I still don't get that. I would never, ever in my lifetime, and I'm not a young woman, thought I'd hear that. But then again, I didn't think I'd see a camel float by, and I did. It seems like the biblical stuff is coming up. These people are all building bunkers and stuff like that. I'm not afraid of the other side, so bring it on. I'm not, I'll do my bucket list, but I'm not going to go out and make one of these things underground. That ain't going to work anyway. Everybody's got metal detectors. Here's one. Yeah, it's so silly. And then you've lived through this, like whatever it is, and it's messed up the whole world. But you've made it through this, right? Now what do you do? And I know they have the food that'll last 25 years. But again, now what are you going to do? Well, you don't know. You can't get power. And you were raised with power. My mother did like things, and I was the same way. My husband made me accept a microwave, and I think it was 92 or 93. I didn't want to have one. They wouldn't do it. Same with the cell phones. wanted me to have a cell phone. And I mean, I've always had to answer multi-line phones while I'm typing and stuff. I mean, it's my husband has watched me typing, and then I'd say something, put my hands down, say something. Well, the computer caught what I typed. He thought that, and I love to do that, but just to see how many I can get in before. So that still happens. But I still type at 148 a minute. And there's not too many. I only found one woman who typed as fast as me in all my life. And that was my ex mother in law. She got me by one word. I was at 148, she was 149. She would never take that test again either. But I admired her and respected her a lot. And she's crossed over. And I was sorry to hear it. She's a great lady. She's an exceptional lady. Raised three kids by herself because of pretty much what's happened to me. And she had two husbands too. Um, but I had my son to raise. She had three, but they turned out to be a lot older than my ex-husband. So she had pretty much grown them, and then it was like one of those afterthought babies. Poor thing, like my Zoe. She's 13 years younger than her uh, brother, because a half brother. So yeah, those things happen. But things come out right in the end. My son was born in Heidelberg, love Germany. Really, if you get a chance, I don't advise going there on the tours that they have. I advise you to take the tour that's on the boat that offers. It's on the rivers, the Rhine, and so forth. I would love to take that one. I ran everywhere when I was there. I mean, literally ran everywhere. Running, when you get your pictures back in about 4 to 6 weeks. Three of them came out. They charge you for all of them. That's what I loved about the digital. You could look through it and go, oh, I can do it. Because the only problem with that is when other people get bad pictures of me, they keep them. My daughter-in-law, God bless you, love you, baby. She likes to do that. I won't be surprised. However, if I get another message or a call from my doctor going, get your hands in it. But people fall all the time. I mean, and yeah, I'm pretty badly bruised, and I'm not doing very well. And the real pain about all that is I had managed to pull, well, my husband, I pulled it a little bit. I couldn't do it. I had gotten the nightstand, and these things are heavy. They're three drawers, and they're cherry wood, and they're very heavy, and this real wood. And so I managed to get two of the furniture movers to put it in the front after I got about 6 feet away to get back there because I wanted to shampoo. And my Pixie, she loves to knock things over, including my drinks. And so, this spot, and I can't get to it with it. So it was moved the furniture time. And then I went to cleaning it and got that done. I cleaned the whole house, did the laundry. And that was it for 3 days. But then again, I did it last night too. So for some reason in my dream, I was dreaming. I don't know what I was dreaming about, but I was dreaming. And I know I was asleep. And I woke up and I have a little step stool that a friend made for me back in Texas when I was working. Well, I ran the division I had at the University of Texas Health Science Center in San Antonio. And for some reason, I put my foot down, and when I did, I just slid. I had forgotten also that I had to change the sides of bed because that's the way I had to leave it. It's the back only do so much. And oh my God, I mean, I heard it. I didn't just slide, really. I kind of slid this way. So my shoulder hit the nightstand, and then my ribs hit the metal railing, and the bottom of my back hit the wood and went, oh, you wouldn't believe how bad I look back there. It's a bad thing. I mean, it looks like a freaking crime scene. If I'd have stopped for the doctor, they probably would have said, "You're just saying you ran into a door. Somebody arrest him." So that's why he was spraying me down. I thought I'd give an explanation on that one. So that's what happened there. And believe it or not, it's the weirdest thing. And I've been sleeping later. I think that this medication is allowing the pain to recede so bad that I don't wake up. I actually woke up at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock one morning. I thought I'm sick. I gotta get help here because I'm in a mood. I really am. So baby doll took me up there and stayed with me. We got finally all my jewelry off, and I had managed to get a few rings back on. And I don't even think I got my bracelets back. I've always got either 5 or 6 on or a chunky one, something like that. And I'm very casual. This is what I wear to clean the house. Yeah. Just I don't have clothes. I have aprons, but you're not going to find me in funky ass clothes and the sweatpants or whatever that is. I don't know what that's about, but ladies, burn them. Burn them. Never speak of them again because they're not your friends. Okay. So, somebody's I had a dream and I remembered it today, and that was me trying to get off the bed the right way and find my way into the bathroom the right way. Down. Uh, well, that's interesting. We are babysitting 2 cats. One of them is a breed. I can't think of the name now. So, and he's not been up here before. I think he gets the idea he's not supposed to be anymore. These are where shot glasses are lined up from even Germany. I brought some back. I have little sake glasses. I've got, I got stuff. I cracked myself up. I thought it was cute too. I saw these boys and they decided to go to it was an empty church and they've been in it. So they decided to go themselves. And I said, okay, let's watch this one. Because I knew it was gonna be good. So they're battling around in there and behind them things are moving. And they don't notice. I'm like, hey, that chair just freaking moved. That chair went in. And these kids are young, they got the GoPro and all that. And then they get into, and there's a lot of doors. They on the second floor, and there's like 8 doors. And there are chairs, but no children's chairs scattered about. So they open a door, and they look around there, there's nothing there, and they come back, and the chairs are all in a circle now facing each other. Now, they didn't notice that shit right away. they were going to go over and see this one. And then the other guy said, well, weren't all the doors open? Now they're all closed. And then he looks down and he said, those chairs weren't like that. And when he said that, the whole place erupted. The chairs, the doors opened, closed, slammed down, slammed open and closed. And these guys were screaming for their mamas. Funny as shit. What they knew, one of those doors was the way out. When they realized that, it's just, you mean we can only go that way? Let's go find another way. So they they ran back in the door they'd just come out of, and they looked at, and they came out of the window, and they were on the roof part. And they're like, no. I'm dying of laughing at this because they may know the footage went behind, And then look at each other going, we're not going to be able to go. Let me check this pipe, the old fashioned drain pipes. And he grabs hold of it and he goes back in his seat. He's just seeing their faces. It was like, this ain't going to work. You sure can't just jump. I laughed so hard through this. They didn't do anything the right way, but they managed to get back in. And the doors were doing the open, shut, open, shut. And they said, all right, well, we're going to have to face it. Let's time it. Oh God, it was funny. And the one guy was he was up close to something and he started screaming. And the other guys go, what? He's going, something touch me, something touch me, something touch me. And the other boy was running. He had timed the door. He left him there. It was gone. I could not stop laughing because suddenly his friend showed up and said, "Oh, thanks a lot." Oh, pepper spray. Didn't taste it. I mean, get close to watching these. I'm watching Karens. I didn't know anything about Karens. I'm learning. Well, actually, they get arrested for stupid. They're not getting arrested because they have broken. Well, they break laws, but they're being let go. And they're still spitting on the officer and hitting the officer and getting in the face of the officer. I'm going, hell, out of pepper spray, tasered you, put you in a cocoon, threw you in the trunk. I am not that nice. And the funny thing to me is I found out how they have to deal with this. And because I was just horrified. And I used to teach both the paramedics and the police long time ago, basic first aid and so forth and so on. They were called paramedics back then, but they really didn't have anything they could do. They could use adrenaline if they had to call the hospital, and the doctor would determine it, saline, whatever, and allow it, because otherwise they couldn't do anything. They could save the lives of wounds, which is again basic first aid for combat, which will save your life. I mean, so it wasn't a little thing even then, but they've gotten much better. Smart asses too. Sorry, you can't make it up. I say my timer's going away. Yeah. Well, I forget which way I was going with that one. Yeah, the guys that got out, I forgot where I went from there. It's been one of those days that I hurt so much. And she prescribed the new pills, and somehow they're supposed to be 3 a day times 90, which would be 3 a day. I didn't get 90. And of course, so I'm going to have to be in a lot of pain without it because they're not going to go. I can't prove it. Even if I had walked her and walked right back in, there would have been nothing I could do. So that's fun. Watching them dwindle because I know they'll be gone before I can reorder them. I even told my doctor today. I don't know what the difference is. If it's because I fell, and I did till I fell, and how badly I was injured and where. I said I don't know if it's because I've done that, but that was 2 days ago. If I took too many, now you're thinking, because I've been in immense pain, and not good. No, her she'll want a picture or something. It's just a good doctor. Let's see what else is on our menus today. We still have the cats from hell, as you saw. Um, One of them hides, the other one goes wherever he wants. See a Bengal? He's a very expensive cat, and he doesn't have a tail. He's part bobcat, and I can't remember now what they call him. But my friend, like I think I said before, had some problems and has had to move back to her mom's, and she knew they would be safe here. And she was crying so hard, she was sobbing, and I, we couldn't say no even if we wanted to. I mean that's what friends do. It's a lot of trouble for me because I have to clean up and I have to feed them all. But again, if you're a friend, then you're a true friend. Doesn't matter what you got to do. It just means you're going to do it. And so she's looking for a place, and she's trying to save her money. The last, well, he was her fiance, and it broke her heart. But I don't know how he got it, the PIN number to her bank, and she'd been saving, and she pays for it. She saw my Chevy Cruze, and it didn't take her a week. And with her fiance, they drove up with it. A nice one. I think it was a Cruze too, just like mine. Which was cute. Well, again, fiance. Well, he decided he didn't want to get married, I guess, because he cleaned out her bank account, took everything that pretty much was in the apartment, and left the cats. He did. Like I said, it's just wiped her out. and she was just shaking and crying. And this was after she had told me on the phone that she was at the house. And then she told me what she wanted me to do if I could do it, which was to babysit the two cats. And of course I could. And her mom, Michelle, lives here in my subdivision. So basically, so does she now. She's like 5 houses down from me. But her mom has these big Dobermans, and she was scared for the kittens. We're not get up here. Hey, get down. Hey, do you want to be on camera so much that you come up here and do that? It's a good thing I'm not in a hurry. I'm running late. Come here. Come here. You can get on camera. There you are. Hey, she has no tail. You got up there. See how his face is very different too. All right, you go down. All right, there he goes. They named him Furball because she already had gotten one from me. She named it Snowball. It's got a lot of white in it, and his face is white. It's one of Pixie's sisters. And then, of course, this one was left, and they had always called him Furball. Not sure why, but so it's Snowball and Furball. You should see me trying to feed him. Snowball hides, period. I have to look for her to do anything. It's scaring me. But we keep water all night. We keep trees and regular food, hot, dry food, down all night. And they get moist food in the mornings and in the afternoons, and they are lined up waiting for them. Right now, they're bothering me because it's getting closer. So, cheers, guys. Ah. Ah. Oh, aha. Yeah, that's the 14-year-old Scotch. That'll wake your mama up. My son thinks I'm crazy. He'll be 45 this year. I'm gonna be, yeah, 45 is good. Okay, had the kid too. Okay, I'll go with 51. Again, that was a wonderful compliment. And I do get compliments. It's really nice. They feel sorry for the old lady. Yeah. So, this is late because of all of that. And I'm going to have to try to, yeah, I've still got like 10 minutes I can throw a hit here. Hit the bell. Come on, subscribe, guys. I really need 1,000 of you. Marvelous Woodstock, okay? Everybody's saying, oh, Woodstock's over. Woodstock ain't over. Get in here. Let's show them what Woodstock's about. Let's not have a tea party. They don't like it when you do that. I was saving up tea, but found out from a friend. You might just want to drink that instead. Oh, God. So now I'm obese and I'm hurt. And I was in the middle of all this shampoo. So again, the bed is a different way. And in that dream, I kept slipping out of the bed and going one direction. And I used my light at night, which is my watch. So if I'm going somewhere, and I get up and do things in the dark because if someone's coming into your house to do you harm, 9 times out of 10 will be in the middle of the night. They don't know my furniture. I do. But if I'm walking around and I don't know my furniture, I'm telling an idiot where to shoot. So I want him to be the idiot or her. And it's both. I've been watching, to get through the maze that I make in front of windows and doors because I want to hear you coming. And I will. I miss my dogs. I wish I could talk Robert into a husky. It breaks our heart, no matter which one we lose. And there for a while, we had a lot of remains of our dogs. Then we finally put them to rest. And it's still hard. Even today, it's been a while. There are days when I wake up because I think I gotta let the pups out. And yeah, it's heartbreaking for me and him. But now we have all these cats. We don't even know. And actually, when my Smoky Bear crossed, we thought, oh, we'll go on a cruise, and he gets the RV for me and everything is self-contained. He can drive and all that, he doesn't have to hook it up. And instead, we have these 20 cats. But we did find angels and something that work with us. They're gonna work with us, so we're gonna like trap like one at a time. Make sure they're spayed, neutered, shot. That much. Excuse me. It's called a trap and release, and then we'll go pick it back up, and it's unconscious. Yeah, and then we can open it up and hit back where it was. Unfortunately, I'd still be feeding them. It's just, but they use that time, uh, both before and after, to take pictures, play with them a little bit, take more pictures. And so they have them on the adoptive site of it's this one, it's how old, and so I finally found some. Well, I didn't find it. Robert finally found some help because that's where Ghost, I call him Gray Ghost, went to. That's that hospital that my husband took him to when he was dying. And he was in anaphylactic shock. We thought it was his lungs. It was anaphylactic shock. He'd gotten into something that he couldn't, and he just couldn't breathe. I think they shot him with adrenaline. Pretty sure I have to look it up again. I'm pretty sure they gave him a shot of adrenaline, which would stop it. Uh, so people need to be aware of those kind of things because, like, even with my 40 years or whatever being in the medical field, I misdiagnosed what I was seeing, 100%. I was thinking the same thing. We had 4 or 5 cats go through this, and we medicated them, and they came out of it. But I didn't have antibiotics this time, and antibiotics wouldn't have stopped anaphylactic shock. He was in anaphylactic shock. That's what it's called. I've had it a couple of times. Killed me the first time, no joke. And they sent me back. Oh my God, that hurt. That's the story too. But he saved him. Yeah, we did. I mean, it took all my check, last of my check. So, but I think that's worth more. His life is worth more than the last of my check. Another one be in there that we could save him. Priceless, just priceless. And we call him Greg because he's so funny. Because I'll go down. I have got to get a camera and set it up. When you, for me, I go up. He stays in the man cave with Robert, and I'll go up once or twice a day just to check on him. And he's fine at first. He's purring. You're petting his head. And you pick him up, and he's still purring. And then I'll say, "Did you have lunch?" And okay, did you have anything to eat today? Funniest cat I have ever seen. He answers by growling. I'm not kidding. I've got to get this and I'll upload it on it. He answers by growling. Do you want me to let go? It's like down his chest. It's funny as hell. I got to do it. It's like piano cat. This one talks. I think my stuff has caught up to me because I'm laughing and having a good time. What else am I supposed to do up here? You guys, come on, tickle the bell, throw something on there. I'm live streaming. Find me. If you see me on that lineup in your search, drop in for a damn drink. I know y'all are out there. My husband says, quit swearing. I'm an Army veteran. I'm also abandoned again, orphan. And so sometimes I squirt my head off. They didn't have a problem with that in the Army. I'm just 5'2", little bit things, but yeah, yeah. Yeah, swear like a sailor. My mama would have passed out. Bless your mama. So I can see my time again is running out. Uh, you know, I do want you to all remember that I do appreciate you. I love all of you. I can't believe how many of you have been kind enough to at least look and hit like. That is just so awesome. I mean, when I actually look at the analytics, they're doing. I'm surprised well, and Then I'm walking around, I'm all bad, No, I don't. I kid. Well, maybe a little bit. So, again, my major threat is I am going to be here all week. So don't go anywhere. Hit the like. Personally, I gotta tell you, I need to subscribe. You need to hit the bell. I need 1,000. I think if it's 600 or so, I'd have to look today because I've been in a lot of pain. So yesterday I really just rested, and today I got dressed, got to the hospital. I have my other X-ray for what she thinks been my problem for 30 years. I hope she finds it. In any event, I ran down. Well, Robert took me down there, so that's behind me. And I let her know I was injured because I know that little girl that took the film. She was going to add that in her note because I've seen it in the mirror. One mirror and another mirror. I was like, holy crap! From my arm all the way to my rear end. I mean, just it was like I hit separate points going down. Like, and then I had a dream I was doing it. So, and then I woke myself up and realized I was awake. But I remembered the dream. And I thought, I really could use a bathroom. I don't want to get off this bed. I kept falling in the dream, and I was in the wrong place. I was in a corner on the other side of the room. It was crazy. So I didn't want to go to the bed. Finally, it got me a torch. I mean, a little flashlight Robert gave me. So I grabbed that, like the police office. Where you at? I can't see it. There it is. It's like Mr. Blendy's house or whatever with Cary Grant. That was a good movie. So let me see. Is there anything else I want to leave you guys with? Besides, come see me. We've got coming up in April something that'll be interesting apparently. The 3 days of darkness is what they're calling it. And yet, that's not the Bible. I saw the camels float and I gave up then. I was like, we're toast. If that's not biblical, I don't know what else is. It's the middle of the fracking desert and a camel's floating by. Camel. Shit's hitting the field somewhere. You just can't make that stuff up. The whole country's been hit with like locusts that were so bad that it ate their houses. I mean, you can't make that up. But what can I say? It was like horrific. You had to watch. Mecca, one of the holiest cities to the Muslims, the crane falls on top of the cube. And looking at that, going, "Okay, is that the crane?" I was just wondering. Storms and rain, and storms, period, that these people had never seen. Their great great grandparents had never seen. Just, I saw water gushing out of a sand area that looked like it must have been hiding a fire hydrant. Water was just gushing out of the sand dune. I was like, what the hell? What you gonna do? Get in the bunker? Nah. I don't think God wants to see me, and if he does, I hope he's got ID. I'm kind of from the showy state, even if it is Chicago. I don't know what else to tell you guys except I'm gonna throw this quick because my husband had things to do, and I have his bar. So I'm gonna let him get on with his day, and I'm gonna go back to being out. When I move. He's been waiting on me hand and foot, so it's been helpful. I must say, I don't like to require help of any kind for anything. So you can imagine it's difficult for me to go, honey, can you get me this? Honey, can you get me that? Instead, I know it hurts. I'm going to go do it myself. But that's that kind. So, as most of us are, independent strength. So come see me, guys. Tickle that bell. Hit the like. Tell your friends. Share it with other people. There's this lady at this bar that is so fracking nuts. Oh, she has 14-year-old scotch. We might check that out. I will also try to drop this on Facebook. I really do. I hurt so bad. I'm surprised I got this much in the can because I hurt so bad. I'm trying not to cry at this point, which does no good either way, other than you can't breathe, and I can't breathe anyway. So what the hell? I laugh. I think that's funny. But I know I went ahead and told the doctor I had hurt myself because I knew that little tech was going. She was going to tell on me. So she had told me when you do get your film done, just throw me a secure message. We both love Healthy Vet. Yeah, you don't have to go back and forth. I'm only 15 miles maybe from it. I think it's like 5.5 miles really, um, but it's not far. And I used to drive 3 hours to Dublin to be seen at the VA. That was the closest to me. So it was 6 hours. And I see a lot of people have to do that. So I'm very fortunate that it's only 15 minutes for me. So like 5, 10 miles, something like that. I mean, it's very close. I just don't like driving. These people are crazy. They will cut you off and stamp their foot in front of you. And I know it has. I mean, I've gone a couple times by myself. I'm never sure how I got out and found my way home. I'm just glad I did. So yeah, I'm having one of those kind of weeks. So throw me some pity out there, guys. I certainly need it. I need all the help I can get. Tell your friends, tickle the damn bell. Come to the bar. Let's Woodstock this thing, all right? Let's show them what it should be like. Peace and love. And fix the freaking planet before they just screw it all up for our great great grandkids. Maybe we can start with the government. You gotta wonder if George or Jefferson or any of them were still alive, if they'd just be getting ropes out in the rose garden. Just, those guys do waste bullets. Personally, I think Lincoln would have been pissed off too. Yeah, I'm in one of those. I shouldn't be, but I am. Robert's making his wings tonight, so I'm looking forward to that too. But I'm going to have to go. I see, and I didn't shave too much off of it. I've enjoyed myself tremendously. I love all you guys. And I thank all of you who come to see me. It's probably something else you could be doing. So, again, I love all you guys. Help me out. I need over 1,000. Hit the bell. Share with your friends. Come to my house with it 14-year-old scotch. Mine's getting low. Toodles.